Hard to believe that we're celebrating 100 years of our beloved BBC. Some might say not so much now in the 21st century. But is it instances like this that are really making the mainstream media fall apart at the seams? It's called impartiality. And when you look back under the tenure of Lord Reith, the rather sort of austere and quite ferocious leader of the BBC, these sort of scenes simply wouldn't have taken place. Of course, many people could say, well, different times, different places, Neil. Yes. Take a look at this.
Well, this is all very exciting, isn't it? Hello and welcome to our look ahead to what the papers will be bringing us tomorrow. Am I allowed to be this gleeful? Well, I am.
That's right, this is because this was the reporting on last night's BBC television by the reporter Maxine Croxall, who was apparently delighted that the former British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson, had decided to pull out of the leadership race and become Prime Minister once again. No impartiality there at all, is there? And it's interesting because in a week where we've seen Channel 4 disgrace itself, not once but twice, first with a reporter swearing on air, and then of course this debacle with a transgender performer, and not only performing naked but apparently using their genitalia to play the piano with two. One wonders exactly where are we at in the lowest level now of the mainstream media. But back to Maxine, she's paid over £100,000 a year to read the autocue, somebody else's words, and never really been an A-list sort of star on the BBC. You know, people don't necessarily know her face or her name. But what she has to do for that sort of money, and this has been directed by, of course, the director of the BBC, Tim Davie, is remain impartial. As we're recording this right now, there's no word exactly on what sort of, shall we say, recompense will be happening to Miss Croxall, whether she'll be taken off air, given a reprimand, or indeed fired altogether. It's building over here in the United Kingdom simply because people are now fed up of having to pay their TV licence to be hectored by people with their own opinions. You simply don't pay over £150 a year to listen to comments like that, do you? But now moving forward, it would appear that either this person needs to be removed, fired, or indeed taken off air for a good period of suspension before this particular story will indeed die down. More importantly though, I'd like to know from you, the viewers of a non-mainstream media channel, what do you think to this particular behaviour? Whether you agree with it or not, should she be allowed an opinion? She's being given a platform of thousands of people, and then that's escalated now, all thanks to the world of social media. She gets her opinion out there. Sometimes, of course, the ordinary working people are not allowed that. What do you think? And more importantly, should she be fired permanently from the BBC? Many over here in the United Kingdom simply think so. As ever, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.